everyone, this is Shirley. And I wanted to come on and tell you my baby chicks are arriving Monday, next Monday, this coming Monday. So I have everything ready. I mean, I bought everything that I need that I didn't have before, and I'm sort of taking the next few days to get everything in place, so I'm all ready when they call me from the post office and tell me to come and pick up my baby chicks. So I'll show you what I've done today. This is just getting started. So brooder is going to be in my lower bathroom here. So I bought this Tupperware, or I guess it's Steer Light or whatever it's made of. The biggest one they had, and I bought that a few days ago. I don't know why this is blurry there. And for the first few days, for the chicks, you put shredded up newspaper in there instead of the chips, the shavings. Now I have the shavings ready here. The shavings will go in after a few days. But the reason you put the shredded newspaper up is they don't know what's food and what's not food. So you don't want them eating the wood chips. So the shredded newspaper, I guess they know not to eat that, or it doesn't taste good or whatever. But you put that in for the first few days, you know, up to a week, because it'll get dirty. And then you take it out and you put in the wood chips. So the pine, always use pine, never cedar. So I have my thermometer in there, and I'm adjusting my light. This is my heat lamp. It's a red bulb, as you can see. And it's hanging from a hook up there on the ceiling. And it's plugged into a safety outlet, and you have to adjust it up and down to get the correct temperature. So it's taken me a little bit of adjusting to get it to the first week. They are to be, see, I have a thermometer in there. You keep that in there all the time. The first week it has to be at 95 degrees, which it's right about there right now. And it took me several attempts of adjusting the chain to get the light the right distance from the bottom. Now the chicks, if they need to be warm, they get right under the light, and if they get too warm, they can come over here away from the light, and it gets much cooler. Well, not much, but it gets down like to 80, which is cooler, much cooler for them. So every week you shorten the chain on the lamp, and it gets cooler. Like the second week it'll be 90 degrees. The third week it'll be 85, so on and so on, till it gets to be like house temperature, and then you don't need the light anymore. So that's what I've done so far. I raised up the food container on a dish here, just so that they don't get the newspaper or the shavings into the food, and the same for the water. The water, I used 3 little cat food cans and set them on there, so it's pretty sturdy, and that'll be their water. But they get their water dirty. You have to change it when they're little like this, especially with the wood chips. They'll kick chips in there, and as they get older, and you have to change the water at least a couple times a day. So that's what I've done so far today. And if you're getting chicks, you need to have the brooder all ready. When I get a call from the post office, I will come in here and I'll turn on the lamp, And it'll be all nice and warm by the time I get home with the chicks so that I can put them right in there. And they won't get cold. They're shipped with a heating pad in with them. So, some warm in transit. It's a one-day delivery, but they have to put something in there to keep them warm. So that's why the post office calls you immediately when they come in, and you have to pick them up right away. So Monday I'll be waiting for the call to go get my chicks. So that's what I've done so far. I have the the grit for the little baby chickens. You can put it in after a few days, and then their food. It's organic, the crumbles, the little crumbles, and that's just for the baby chicks, that feed. I just have a little bag. I'll have to go get more, of course, but I started out with a little bag. And extra bulbs. Always have extra bulbs. My big fear when I have babies is that the electricity here would go out, and that then I don't know what I'd do. If it would get real cold. They can't stand to get real cold, so you have to keep them warm somehow. And when you lose electricity, I lose everything. I lose water, everything, heat. So, of course, it's spring, and hopefully we won't have really cold weather. So, I thought I'd just come on and show you how I'm starting to get ready for my baby chicks and what to do with your brooder to start out. So, next week there'll be lots of baby chick pictures. So, I'll see you then. Bye.